The trailer for Olaf's Frozen Adventure just dropped and gives us a cool sneak peek at the new Disney animated mini-movie starring Frozen Snowman. Yippee-ki-yay movie lovers, it's Jan here, and I'm excited to see that while we wait for Frozen 2, Disney will be treating us to a 21-minute short film or featurette that brings back for a holiday special all our favourite Frozen characters including Elsa, Anna, Kristoff, Sven and Olaf. So in this video I'm going to be analysing the new trailer and revealing some cool Frozen and Disney Easter eggs plus some other little details you might have missed. When the Frozen filmmaking team began dreaming up stories for the first Frozen-themed short film, Frozen Fever, many of their initial ideas actually focused on Olaf the Snowman. Of course, in the end, they turned their attention to Elsa and Anna instead. But as is clear from the title and trailer for Olaf's Frozen Adventure, the filmmaking team have decided to put the friendly snowman very much at the front and centre of their storytelling yet again. Speaking of Frozen Fever, there are some nice little parallels between that short and this new one. For example, both stories centre on family celebrations and traditions, with Frozen Fever being all about birthday festivities, while Olaf's Frozen Adventure is all about the holiday season. In fact, in this new short film, Elsa and her sister will be celebrating this particular holiday for the first time since they were reunited. Also, both short films feature characters on the hunt for something around Arendelle. In Frozen Fever, Elsa sent her sister on a scavenger hunt for birthday gifts, while this new film sees Olaf on the hunt for holiday traditions, so he can celebrate the season with Elsa and her sister, who are apart so long that they don't have any family traditions of their own. By the way, on the subject of family, the family portrait we see in the trailer is actually an original piece of concept art for the movie Frozen. During Olaf's adventure, we see him enjoying finding out about the different ways families mark the holidays. And there's a very funny Easter egg for Wreck-It Ralph when he grabs a candy cane and uses it to replace his carrot nose, exclaiming "Sugar Rush!" In the first Wreck-It Ralph movie, Ralph enters a go-kart racing candy-filled game called Sugar Rush, which features a candy cane forest where he meets Vanellope. Wreck-It Ralph 2 is actually Disney's next animated movie, so it's cool that they added a little nod to it here, as they also did in Moana. There's also a touch of adult humour in this moment as well, as the way Olaf's eyes spin reminded me of the reaction of the main characters in movies like Pinocchio and The Good Dinosaur when they got rather different rushes. One of the festive traditions Olaf learns about in the scene you can see here is the Feast of St. Lucia, which in a number of Nordic countries like the ones that inspired the Frozen movies, is celebrated on the 13th of December and includes a girl typically wearing a white gown and red sash together with a wreath of candles on her head. And as you can see from his sleigh, Olaf collects quite a few gifts on his travels with Sven. And hidden in this shot of the sleigh is a green toy with a little tuft of reddish pink hair, which could be a nod to Elliot from Pete's Dragon. And you can also just make out what looks like a troll, which is a callback to the trolls in the original Frozen movie and to the troll statues outside Oaken's store. And it looks like Olaf will be paying a visit to Oaken's sauna in this short film too, which makes sense as although it's a different season here, we know from Olaf's In Summer song that he likes the idea of letting off steam. In fact, Olaf's Frozen Adventure doesn't just link very nicely back to Disney's previous Frozen tales, but according to John Lasseter, who's Chief Creative Officer at Disney and Pixar Animation Studios, it also fits in perfectly with Frozen 2, which is due out in cinemas in November 2019. Indeed, as Lasseter told EW, you could sit down and watch Olaf's Frozen Adventure and Frozen 2 as one big marathon, which makes it sound like this latest tale really is part of the building blocks for the much anticipated Frozen sequel, which will follow the lives of Elsa and her sister after the events of this new short. Of course, one of the mega popular parts of the Frozen movies are their insanely catchy songs. For Frozen and Frozen Fever, those tunes were written by husband and wife team Robert Lopez and Kristen Anderson Lopez. This time though, there's a new songwriting duo in the kingdom, Kate Anderson and Alyssa Samsel, and they've written 4 original songs for the new mini-movie. And in case you're wondering, the track you hear in the trailer is called When We're Together. And notice how, as the sisters sing the song, Elsa seems to be sending Olaf up into the air with a star that has a mini snowman figure frozen inside it. And did Olaf put the same star on top of the Christmas tree here? By the way, the look of the tree and the snowflake shape underneath makes me think that Elsa has fashioned this tree herself out of ice, in a similar way to how she made an ice sculpture for her sister's birthday in Frozen Fever. Although Olaf's Frozen Adventure was initially going to make its debut on TV, now it's going to premiere on the big screen in front of Pixar's animated movie Coco, in a similar way to how the short film Frozen Fever first screened in front of Disney's live-action movie Cinderella. And it's interesting that both Olaf's Frozen Adventure and Coco share a common theme of family traditions centered around big celebrations, with Olaf's Adventure focusing on the December holidays and Coco on the Day of the Dead. By the way, to find out lots more about Coco, hit the top right of the screen to watch my video on Pixar's new movie. Now, how excited are you for Olaf's Frozen Adventure? And what would you like to see happen in Frozen 2? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, do please hit that like button and tap the screen to check out more of my other Disney animation videos, including cool facts you might not know about Frozen Fever. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Yippee-ki-yay, movie lovers!